I reckon Max Verstappen's cooked.
Cooked?
I mean, where is he now? He's behind Gasly. Behrman? What do you reckon?
This is true. I feel like there's been a few times so far that he's been running like fourth out of the 4 Red Bull related cars, right?
Yeah. I think it's not a great car. I think he is coming to the end of his tether as well. I think he's looking at other stuff going, can I do something else?
I think he's looking at when will Toto kick George out of Mercedes so
Probably.
I can take that seat and win another championship. I think he's giving a little bit, Hamilton when he's got a shit car and he's just like, can't be fucked to be here. Mm-hmm. Same energy.
Yeah. I don't think Toto has to kick him out. I think Max Verstappen just needs to go, I want to go to Mercedes, and it'll happen.
Well, no, I think Toto's like desperate, begging for Max to go there.
I think Toto
and I think
goes.
George, George thinks that it would be Kimi that has to leave and it won't be. Even though George is doing literally every single thing right. Am I just a George Russell stan now? I feel like that's all I've been talking about.
Here's a question. If George Russell wins the championship this year, is he going to leave?
I think if Max said that he would move, Toto would kick George out.
Kick
100%.
the current world champion out of the team.
Yep. He's not going to kick Kimi out, is he?
It's happened before. Damon Hill at Williams didn't renew his contract and he went to Arrows the next season. So it's not, stranger things have happened a long time ago, shows my age, but...
Quick one, if you're enjoying the episode, we'd really appreciate it if you could hit subscribe. We are trying to get to 500 followers and it only takes 2 seconds.
Back to the episode. Yeah, I think any team on that grid, if Max Verstappen says, I want to come to you, they go, right, off you go, boys.
Yeah, 100%.
See you later.
You're not saying no, and it's like very common knowledge that Toto wants Max. Like he said it in the press like 1,000 times. Like we know that. We know that that's why George's contract took so long to be resolved last year, was because they were trying to get Max because of that like Red Bull performance clause thing, and then the Red Bull ended up being slightly too good.
Do you think he leaves Red Bull at the end of the season?
When does his contract end?
I don't think it. I don't think the contracts matter too much for Max. I know his contract's probably like 200 years, but I think it's if Max wants to, he goes.
It's until the end of the 2028 season.
Where are we now?
So he's got a while,
26.
26.
Okay.
So we've got a couple more years.
So if Mercedes come in for him at the end of the season, does he leave?
Yeah.
If Ferrari come in for the end of the season, does he leave?
I don't know if I can see Max and Ferrari.
No. I think it's only Mercedes, really.
I think so. I don't know, just something about Max and Ferrari for me isn't fitting.
I don't think Max would trust him anyway.
No, I don't think so either. And I like Ferrari fan, but I don't blame him.
He hasn't got that. God, I'm going to say, he hasn't got that aura, has he? He hasn't got that. I can't believe I've just said
Define aura, Jack?
Like the Ferrari, like a little bit suave, a little bit dress well.
Yeah, because like, have you ever seen Max wear anything other than like tight blue jeans and a Red Bull polo top?
Rate it.
Really do not rate it.
Rate it, like it.
No.
Keep it to the racing, Max. But I agree with you. I can't see him like modelling for Ferrari like Lewis or Charles does.
No.
I think you're right. I think he goes to Mercedes potentially. I don't know. He's always kind of flirting with the idea, isn't he? Like, oh, I'm going to leave. I'm going to do something else. Like, I think he knows deep down that you've only got a few years in Formula One.
I don't think that's a deep down thing. I think that's like everybody knows you've only got a few years in Formula One. I think Max could be in Formula One as long as he wants to be. Like, look at Lewis, look at Fernando, fucking Kimi even, and Seb. Like, they were there for ages.
Yeah.
Actually, Seb, do you know what? Seb was not that old. I think he was only like 33 or something, which is how old I am now when he left. Anyway, I've completely forgotten my point.
If Max, if he wants to leave, if he could stay on.
Oh, I think he's always just said like he's done it all.
Yeah.
Like, he has nothing left to prove, does he? He's got no, like, he doesn't care. Like, what's the difference? He's actually, I think this is almost a verbatim quote, like, if you've won 4 world championships, what's another one? Do you know what I mean? Like, you know that you can do it.
Yeah, but this is what they live for.
Yeah.
Isn't it? I mean, if you dangled the carrot of him having more world championships than Hamilton or Schumacher, he'd surely try and take a bite out of that carrot.
I think so, surely. I don't know, he says he doesn't. Oh, I don't care, blah, blah, blah. You do.
I also think, like, what would you do? Like, what would he do? Because, like, I know that he would go and do other racing, but, like, I guess his life has been Formula One every single weekend for literally forever.
He'd be a terrible commentator. He'd be a
my
funny one, but a
God.
terrible one.
Yeah, Max hates the media. That is not someone that's going to
He's
go
not
on
a
to
commentator.
punditry afterwards.
Yeah.
He's going to be like, get the fuck away from me. Never want a camera in my face ever again.
I think he'll go to, if he goes anywhere, he's going to be wanting to do Le Mans or GT or something like that. Alonso's always wanted to do, so the big three, isn't it? It's win the Monaco Grand Prix, it's do the Indy 500
And the 24-hour
and the Le Mans.
Yeah.
That's the three. And Alonso's tried it. He's done two of them. He can't win the Indy 500. But
Yet.
yeah, I mean, Helio, if you see it, they've got boys in there like Helio Cashin, he's like 50 odd. So
Yeah.
they, you know, but I think he might eventually. I just think he's still got a few more years left in him. But
Yeah.
the car's slow. It's not where it wants to be. you
I
know.
think we've got another one of those years, haven't we, where the racing bulls, Toro Rosso,
Visa Cash App.
Yeah,
fucking
whatever they're
send
called
me your
now.
money
Yeah.
account. That car again looks better almost than the Red Bull
Yeah.
because it looks more stable. Like I feel like I've had this conversation. I've heard it in the commentary like quite a few times over the last years. I feel like we're seeing a little bit of that again at the moment.
Yeah. Max really likes a pointy, he calls it a pointy nose.
Yes.
Like really sensitive steering.
Yeah.
Hence why all the drivers couldn't race against him. And I don't think they do that at Visa Cash App, Red
No.
Bull, Toro Rosso Club, whatever they're called. And they don't do that as much.
No,
it's
it's
a lot
because
more,
it's for the baby drivers, isn't it? So
Yeah.
it's like a nice, easy, like training car.
a little, well, yeah, a little bit. I get what you mean. But I don't.
Hadjar, he's doing well. He's doing
looks
good.
Yeah, he looks really good.
I really rate him. And like he's actually like he's racing well. Hasn't done anything
He looks
stupid
quick,
yet.
doesn't
Sorry, Frank, for knocking on the table.
he looks quick, doesn't he?
Yeah, he looks really good.
I like him. I like the bloke. I think he's a good racer.
Yep.
He's quick. He's handed it to Max. I do think there's an element of these drivers, a bit like we saw with Lewis, is if they haven't got a championship winning car, they're like, well, we'll just kind of carry on.
Max or Isaac?
Just generally championship winning like drivers. You saw
Oh,
with Lewis,
right, yeah.
if they're not looking for a win, looking for a podium, their performance, they just seem to kind of go, well, you know. And I think that's a little bit with Max at the moment.
I don't know. I feel like it's kind of too early to say. It's only been 2 races. So like I
Yeah.
think let's see what happens. But I have been really impressed with Hadjar so far.
Yeah, he looks good.
because, yeah, mate, do we think the curse has been broken?
I think it's a very different car, but I think he's definitely shown something a hell of a lot different than the last,
Yeah.
you know.
I think he kind of doesn't like get talked about really. Like, you know, we've spoken a lot about Kimi Antonelli. We've mentioned Ollie Behrman. We've mentioned Gabriel Bortoletto. We've even mentioned Franco Colapinto, although from you, not in the nicest way.
Yeah.
Prepare for all your Argentinian hate.
Yeah.
But we haven't spoken about Hadjar. And I think that is he a bit of a dark horse?
I think he's a good racer. I think we'll see in the next few races how he really gets on. Colapinto's funded by Argentinian money, surely. Why else is he in the seat? You've seen Flavio. Flavio doesn't take any. He must have a big, big wallet. The ways he's gone.
Get
But
Flavio out of F1, by the way. Like, get
love
rid of that absolute cretin. Ew, no.
love Flav.
Ew.
Love Flavio. Did you
No.
see? Did you see in his house he had on?
Yeah, all those pictures of himself.
That's
what a fucking
hilarious.
narcissist.
Isn't that so funny?
No.
I think it's terrible, but it's funny.
Actually, I was staying with my friend when we were watching this on the new series of Drive to Survive.
Yeah.
And it's very much what I imagine my mate's house to look like if he was mega rich. He would definitely have that same picture. So shout out to Alex.
Can you imagine doing that though? Having 15 or 16 different pictures of you dressed as different people.
Me personally,
Like it's mental.
No.
It's a mental concept, isn't it? Isn't it? You've got to be like
narcissistic.
possibly, yeah. But it's entertainment. Well, I don't think he'll be there for that long at Alpine. I think
hope
he'll be
not.
gone.
Do we think Horner's buying Alpine?
No, I think that's kind of been.
Actually, did you see that actually Toto put a bid in after Horner put a bid in?
Really?
Yeah.
I think Flavio will probably stay around for that project until he gets bored, and I don't think anyone will push him out. Yeah, Alpine are, again, pretty meh. They're fine. They're better than last year.
Gasly's been doing great.
Gasly looks
Again,
all right. He looks good. He's out qualifying that car, isn't he, really?
Yeah, he's a good little driver, I would say.
Do you think drivers should be given a second chance if they fail at a big team?
Yeah, 100%.
So if you've had a go
Well,
with the top teams, do you think they should, or should it be someone like Kimi who goes, for instance, Mercedes, should they have, Gasly was awful, really, at Red Bull in that seat, but he has been very good since he's been at Alpine.
I think you've got to look at the context, right? It's the same as anything, right? You can't just have a yes, no answer, like blanket. Like when you look at most of the people that failed in that Red Bull team, like Pierre Gasly had been there for 6 months, a year, and you're getting put into this car, which is notoriously difficult to drive. Same thing with Albon. Yeah. Like it's not just him, and I think the context matters. And I also think, again, like I've spoken about this before, I really feel like team dynamics come into play. Like, so for context, I'm halfway through a sports psychology degree.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So there's so much studies that go to show that like positive reinforcement, the way that you speak to people, like the team culture that you foster, the values that you embody, really have an impact on the performance of your team.
Yeah.
So for me, it's really not surprising when you put a young driver in there who's 18, 19 years old and you scream at them and you give them no support, no opportunity to succeed. Like that's a fuck ton of pressure. So yeah. But if we're then looking at someone like, let's say, Sergio Perez, for instance, who also maybe didn't do so successfully at a big team, who had several years experience behind him as a fully grown adult, you know, should they be given a second chance at a top team? Maybe not.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, no, I tend to agree. I mean, I think he's a good driver, like Gasly. I think he's probably next in line for a decent seat.
I kind of think the ship has sailed, actually.
Do you?
I just don't know who's going to take him, because I think you're going to get young blood. Like, look at all of those drivers, the rookies that came in last year. They're all pretty decent.
Yeah. But I think just as a second driver...
Are you going to pay them $2 million, or are you going to pay Gasly 10?
I think the other thing is he's a very safe pair of hands as well. Like to have if you've got a team with one top driver and you want someone to come in who's not going to crash, who's going to put points on the board,
like a Bottas Hulkenberg type person.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I can see that.
Absolutely, I think that. And I think that he could possibly be. Just seeing how long we can. I think he could possibly be that for another team. It was a short stint at Red Bull.
Yeah, I wouldn't judge him on that at 18, 19 years old.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Okay, what do you think? Do you think that Max Verstappen is cooked? Do you think that the Racing Bulls is better than the actual Red Bull car? Make sure you let us know in the comments. Hit subscribe and we'll see you next time.